Bricktopian. Hello, it's Bricktopian here, and today I will be taking a look at a MOC I have made. This MOC is based on the theme of Blacktron, and it is using quite a few parts from the Blacktron Cruiser promo sets. As you can see in the background, here is a classic space car. Well, they are the same scale. They are both 8 studs wide, and to the modern scale of the recent Speed Champion sets from the last few years. I made this one quite similar to this one in a lot of ways, because as you can see, they both have a similar sort of structure in the height of them and the length of them. They also both have working doors which can open like this. And they also contain 2 minifigures, as this one has the 2 classic spacemen inside in white, and this one has the 2 Blacktron characters inside. The back of the cars are also got some similarities. They both have the 1x1 trans red studs as the lights, and they both have a similar sort of profile to them, although this one has 2 doors that open because it has a small car in the back that can come out, whereas the other one, the Blacktron one, has this big thruster on the back instead, which is really fun, and it can actually be removed. I believe I think I made it removable. I'm not going to remove it, but it can remove, but I don't want to force it for the sake of this video. But yeah, I think this turned out really well, actually. I'm surprised how well it turned out, because I thought it wouldn't look anywhere near as good as the Classic Space one, but it actually does look pretty good still. I mean, I think the Classic Space one I still prefer, but this one does have a lot of its own character. As I was saying, I really like this fence piece I used at the front. That's 6 studs wide, and I've used that as like this massive grille or radiator section, and I used 1x1 black studs inside here to give it the nice perfect texture. Unlike this one, it has got 4 lights at the front because it's got these lights as well. Although technically this one has 4 lights because it's got these ones, whereas this doesn't. But it's made up for it with the ones up here. As I mentioned in the previous video, I used stickers for a MOC, and this MOC has used this sticker here for the Blacktron logo on the bonnet. And this sticker, which is a control panel sticker, is actually on the inside. This roof, by the way, can remove as one piece. On the Classic Space version, the roof removes as 2 pieces, but I did it as 1 piece on this one, just because of the way I've structured these gun pieces on the top and the nozzles. It hangs over too far to really be effective as 2 separate pieces. But yeah, as you can see inside there, I've used the sticker piece that can, aims itself at the Galaxy Explorer. I've used that on the inside of the dashboard of the car, and I think it works really well. It still keeps that nice slope because I've used the same brick that I've put the sticker on as in the original set. And yeah, and you can also see a better look at the Blacktron minifigures inside there as well. And I've used a 1x2 tile there that's got the keyboard on in black with white lines on to represent just another control panel in there. Getting back to the roof, which I just already mentioned, I've added the 1x3 tiles there with the warning tape style design on, which I also used them ones on the Classic Space one, but I used the 1x4 versions and I used the 1x2 versions. But yeah, this is the 1x3 versions. I've also added, like I said, these big guns on the top because they look really good and they were in yellow, and I didn't know what else to use these yellow pieces for, so I finally found a use for them. The nozzles are really nice. I've got 2 of them here, and on the end they've just got the giant lightsaber hilt pieces in black. And then I added the little siren piece on top, which is again the same as the Galaxy Explorer, and that has that too. I've added these nice thruster pieces on the side. I'm not entirely sure what they're called, but they're quite big, like they're big, like thruster pieces. I put them on the side to have instead of the ones that are on the Galaxy Explorer, which are these classic style ones. I attached it all together nicely using the shoe. They're called shoes. I don't know why they call them shoes, but they're like shoe inverted plate pieces to keep it solid. And I also used this 2x6 curved plate here as like a visor that flips down, which I've done the same thing on the other set, on the other build that I did, the Galaxy Explorer one, not the this one, but yeah, and then that keeps it more solid and will stop the fact that these are two separate plates from coming apart. I've used the same windscreen piece in trans yellow again because I really like this size and angle that it uses, and it just works really well. I've also, in the interior, you can also see I've got a crate in there, which has currently got 2 guns stored and a little drink that's in trans yellow. This crate fits perfectly in here and can be removed. So it's a great little storage area, which is again different from the classic space one I did, because that one had a little car in the back that could roll out, whereas this has got storage for this crate, which is always nice. And then apart from that, you've got this nice engine detail of these bits, which is different. Yeah. You've also got the different wheels, because on this one the wheels are all the same colour, they're red, but on this one you've got the front wheels are yellow and the back wheels are black, and they've got studs on, well, tile 1x1 tiles actually, in round tiles, and they're alternate because you got yellow tile on this one on black wheel, and then this one a black tile on a yellow wheel. I originally only had the front wheels are different colours of the back because I could only find these yellow wheels in a pack of 2 on eBay, whereas the black ones are a lot easier to get. But it's actually turned out really well and worked out, because I actually really like how the wheels are different on the front to the back. I think it makes a nice change. I've used these trans red lightsaber blade pieces as decorational elements for the side of the car, and I think that looks really nice because you get a few of those in the Blacktron Cruiser set. I think it's a nice balance of yellow and black here. I know it's probably got slightly more yellow on than most Blacktron sets, because like the actual Blacktron Cruiser set, if you see that I've got here, hasn't got that much yellow on compared to black. It's mostly just black with these little highlights of yellow. But I decided that I wanted to have a bit more yellow on this MOC because I just really like yellow, and it really brightens it up and adds a nice pop of contrast. And I got quite a few yellow pieces in my collection of parts, so I thought I might as well try and use some. Got the wing mirrors there, which are the same design as on the classic space car again, and they're just like them curved 1x1 tiles. I've got some texturing using them I forgot what they're called now. They're called palisade bricks, or they called something else. I forget what they're called. I think they're called palisades, are they? I don't know. But yeah, I've used some of these in black to give a bit of texture, as you can just see there. I've also made these jaggedy edges of like streamlining by using wedge plates, a 1x2 one there, and then a 1x4 one there, to make this, give it some really harsh shaping, because this is basically, I'm classing it as a Blacktron getaway car. That's what I'm sort of calling it, because it's supposed to be like menacing, fast, ridiculously over the top, with the big thruster on the back, how fast it would go, and just the overall design and colours and everything. You've got a nice load of bumper pieces using them stick elements, what they use for flags. I don't know what they actually call these pieces, but they're like staff. I guess they call them staffs. I don't know what they call them. But yeah, I've got one here I've got one on each side in yellow, and then on the back I've got one as an extra support for the bumper. And I've also used these really nice pieces here, which were from a Lego City set, from the modified car set. They used them as like front detailing on a bumper, and I've got 2 of them because on that they only cover a 4 stud wide bumper for smaller cars. They work well on 6 stud wide cars or 4 stud wide ones, but because this is 8 stud, I've actually put 2 next to each other. But I think it actually looks really nice and adds a nice bit of structure for the bottom in terms of support and just detail and everything. But yeah, and I've added the wedge plates at the front again, like I did on the other car, to make the bonnet shape. And on the bottom, there's not really a lot. I know this is just falling out, but you know, don't worry about it. And on the bottom, it's pretty well structured. It's pretty solid. There's not really a lot to see on the bottom. It's pretty sturdy. I'm happy with how that's turned out. And then on the sides here, you've got these little like fins that stick out to add even more streamlining, and they are actually more prominent than the ones on the other car, because on this car it's only too long, and they're using the smaller tile, whereas this is using the bigger brick piece, and it actually sticks out a lot more, as you can see there. The windows are the same on the back. I've used the trans yellow 1x2 panels, and they're just in the 1x2 window frames, except obviously black on this one, on grey on that one. There's not a lot else I need to say really. It's more you can see for yourself really what I've done for a lot of it, I would say. On the top, I've also added this piece, which could be a camera or a gun, depending on what you want it to be. I was thinking it's some sort of camera, but I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if I'll be doing a smaller version of this car like I did with this one, because with this one I did a 4-stud wide one. I don't know if I'll be doing that this time around because of more power constraints and things and stuff like that, and lack of printing. But I think just having these two together looks really nice, and you get a feel of how they work together, really. Not as well as you would in person, but you do get a good feel of it. And yeah, like I say, this could be a getaway car, and this could be a car chasing it because maybe they've stolen something or whatever. Or this car could be chasing this one because this one has all the weapons on and they're the bad villain guys or whatever. But yeah, obviously having too many things inside is great because of having bought an extra one from Bricks and Pieces the other day, and also yeah, getting another one from buying a second copy of the Blacktron Cruiser set. So I've got actually 3 Blacktron figures because I've got the one in the original Blacktron Cruiser set too. But yeah, and yeah, there's not really a lot else I need to say on it. What do you think's better, the Classic Space one or the Blacktron one? I personally still prefer the Classic Space one, but I think they both have a lot of great parts to them, and I do really like this grille part on the front. I think the back on this one actually looks more spacey and over the top than on this one. But then I really like how on this one the little car can come out, which you can see in my previous video, which I did focus on this particular build. But anyway, they're just my thoughts on this MOC. I hope you've enjoyed this video and this look at it. Sorry about the radiator in the background, but that's because of lighting. At the moment, it's the best way to get lighting for me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe for more videos. Thanks again for watching. See you again soon. Goodbye.